What's going on, everybody? Ed0626 here, and I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day today. I got some, what is it, Empire's Fall quest, the finale of that quest anyway, going in the background today. And excuse, this level should not have taken as long as it did, but I was playing this solo, and Hollow was not here to carry me. God damn it, Jemias, you had one job, and that's to carry me in Destiny, and you haven't done that, so... I haven't been online that much either, so I can't really blame him. But, so as you guys can see, we're finally wrapping up the things I've learned from online dating. You guys can go check out the other two previous episodes on the channel. I will link them throughout the course of not only this video, but at the end of the video in the little animation that I have, the new outro animation I have. So, hoping, of course, if you want to see the outro animation, you have to see the videos, and that's what the videos will be. So, without further ado, let's get to it. People who post nothing but group photos. Believe it or not, there are people out there that actually do that. I have run into quite a few of them, and I'm not sure if anybody else has, but to me, I think that's really annoying. And I'll tell you why I think it's annoying. Imagine at least in your case, pretend you're me. Imagine you see a somewhat average-looking girl, or guy, average-looking girl or guy, and surrounded by them for numerous photos is their incredibly attractive friends. Now, no one wants to be the ugly person of the group, but for some reason on these dating sites, it's like these people are trying to hide who they truly are until you realize that someone that you may have thought was attractive doesn't show up in the next photo. Then you try and pick out who's the one that you're not as interested in, and it turns out that's the one with the profile. That's happened to me a couple of times. I'm not sure about anybody else. In my opinion, it's a real pain in the ass, because it's just, by the time I finally figure out who some of these people are, some of these girls are, and I can only say women because that's what I'm into, by the time I figure out who some of these girls are, I'm not interested in them as much as I am with their friends, because to me, their friends are far more attractive than the actual person who has the profile. And it sounds like a shitty thing to say, and it really does sound shitty, and it is a shame that I do have to say that, but am I really wrong? I mean, let's be honest, everyone has had a situation like that before, and if you're telling me that's not the case, I'm gonna straight up tell you you're lying, because there's at least one instance where that has happened to people. So, again, it sounds horrible to say. It really is horrible to say. I feel bad about it, because I personally am not a horrible guy. Like, I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh, you're beautiful on the inside, doesn't matter what you look on the outside. I think both things, to me, have to be beautiful. That's just my opinion. But, to me, it's kind of like, to me, it's just insane to think that most people would just straight up post just group photos as if they're trying to hide who they are, which to me is more annoying than anything, because then I have to go on a treasure hunt, more or less. And whether or not I find the treasure I'm looking for is yet to be seen. The next thing I'm going to say might have a point of contention amongst a lot of people, so I'll try and make my point as eloquently as humanly possible. I cannot stand people in general who post flat out ugly pictures, for lack of better terms, or unattractive photos. On a dating site, the way my mind works personally is, on a dating site, you would at least want to put your best foot forward. Maybe you want to post something about, like, you at school, you at the beach, and make sure, like, the angles are good, the lighting is good, stuff like that. Or if you're at like a party or something, or the club, I don't even fucking know, I'm just throwing things out there. But you at least want to make sure the photo of you looks good enough to put on a dating profile. My honest opinion. For some goddamn reason, I don't really know why, there are people out there that post these really ridiculous photos, either of themselves or just or photos that will turn you off in a millisecond. Like, one time I was looking through Bumble, and there was this girl, and I showed this to a friend of mine that was with me, because I was just happened to be with him, and I was like, dude, like, what the fuck is this? So it starts off good. She posts like a pretty good, decent picture of herself. She's got like short hair or something, a couple piercings here and there. As I keep scrolling down, because that's how Bumble works, you have to scroll down to see more of the profile. There's like it gets worse, progressively worse, as if each photo is her getting weirder and weirder, and these ugly fucking photos, not just of her, but like she's like doing a lot of weird shit, and I'm just like, god damn, that is so fucking weird. Now I'm not really into that sort of shit. I'm just saying, it's to me, it's weird. It's like, why would you do something like that? It's just like, you had my attention, and then as I continue to scroll down, because I'm one of those people that likes to check out the profile as a whole, so I can maybe make a better judgment, instead of just looking at two photos, like, alright, I'll bang her, and swipe right or left. But it's just, oh god, like people that just don't put, I just can't stand people that just don't put their best foot forward. It's just so, I mean, maybe I'm just different in thinking that way, but I just, seeing that profile of that girl, I don't even remember her name or whatever, but I just remember sending it to a buddy of mine, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is this shit? And he was like, dude, what the fuck is that? I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that one, so I was like, swipe left on that one. What else? And even personality pics, like those goofy looking fucking photos that people post of themselves. Sometimes they could be cute, sometimes they're not. A lot of the instances I've seen, they're not really all that good. Personality pics to me are just lame, because it's just them doing a bunch of weird shit or posting a lot of weird shit like memes or something, like, oh, this is my personality through this really shitty meme I have on my profile, which is a waste of a picture spot if you ask me. So this is not so much about like people that use the app, but more or less the people that actually create the apps. If an app is fucking difficult to use, I want no goddamn part of it. One app I tried using was Plenty of Fish or something like that, and I said to myself, I was like, what the fuck am I using? It's like, it was like so goddamn, I was using the app, I was like, this is like the most convoluted fucking thing I've ever seen. It's like, what the shit is this stuff? It was like so tough to use. It was like, there are plenty of easier apps to navigate around, such as Tinder, such as Bumble. So when I used Plenty of Fish for like 2 hours, I was like, well, maybe not 2 hours, but if it was like 2 hours to like create the profile, get all the stuff together, and do all the other things, and I'm just like, I was like, and then by the time I actually started using the app, it was like, okay, this is not an app I fucking like using, because it's just so goddamn convoluted, complicated. It was a real pain in the balls. It really was. I just did not enjoy using it at all. So the functionality of apps really matters to me personally, because if it's like, again, like Tinder and Bumble are more or less dating apps for dummies, let's be honest. They're really simple to use, and if you somehow find a way to fuck it up, I don't know. To me, it's just, I can't explain it any better than I have. It's just really tough, in my opinion. So the next thing, once again, are it's going to be tough to try. I mean, some people are going to try and maybe misconstrue what I say, but I really do mean this from a point of like, I've dealt with this before, so I know what it's like. My ex-girlfriend, who I've mentioned a couple of times here on this channel, she was a heavier set girl. Like, some would argue thick, some would argue overweight. I'm not going to give any too much detail to that, but you know, she was like, I knew her in college, and she was much, much more overweight than she was when I started dating her. So when I did start dating her, I was, you know, I saw how good she was doing, and I was doing really well at the gym at the time too when we started dating. So I was like, okay, let's keep this going. You know, let's go to the gym, let's keep grinding, let's look good for each other and stuff like that. And every time I said that or said something similar to that, she took it as a personal attack on her. Now, I don't understand why. I think that's kind of weird. It's just like, I'm trying to motivate you. Some people, when I try and like talk to people about losing weight and shit, especially women, a lot of it is, oh my god, you're trying to change me, you're a piece of shit sort of thing, which is not the case. I mean, let's be honest. Everyone that's like, when I see shit that says like, oh, you have to be an ally to fat people or something like that, or an obese ally or some shit like that. I don't know what the technical terms are. To me, that shit's fucking so lame and so fucking stupid. It's like, so basically, I have to be an ally to promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. that I no longer really live. I used to be fucking a lot worse than what I was now. I worked my balls off to lose as much weight as I did. And I never want to get back to that point again. Some people can't always do that because they have a medical condition, which I 100% understand from that point of view as well. And I don't want this to turn into like a dear fat people thing like Nicole Arbert did, but like in my opinion, the whole idea of being a fat ally and, you know, supporting fat people and shit like that, and, you know, it's okay to be fat, like that's fucking garbage. All that stuff that those fucking celebrities tell you where it's like, oh, it's okay to be fat and shit like that, or other people on the internet, that's fucking lame. You're fucking lame. That's all I'm going to say about that, because it's just so stupid. So every time I tried to like motivate my girlfriend, and I wasn't trying to say, oh, you're fat, but I was trying to say, I was like, yo, keep up the good work. You're doing really good. I've been noticing how good you've been doing. She took it as an attack on her because she was not motivated. She just everything I said to her was like an attack on her personally. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So for some reason, I personally, I mean, not that, for some reason, even now, I somehow attract more overweight women on my profiles. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Like, same with my ex, other girls I see on these dating sites, it's like, it's tough. It's like, what the fuck? Well, not tough, but it's like, and it's kind of annoying, because to me, I've dealt with that already. And with no disrespect, you know, because all women are beautiful in all shapes and sizes and stuff like that, and like personality-wise, well, but it's just, you know, I say that, and after just fucking roasting my ex-girlfriend, who I was trying to motivate to keep doing the gym and shit, but like, still, I mean, the point is, as long as you're a good person, that's all that matters. But at the same time, don't be trying to tell me that I'm wrong when you're promoting a literal unhealthy lifestyle for yourself, which I'm not sure how and why most people would do such a thing. That's just my honest opinion. But yeah, for some reason on these sites, I just keep attracting women like that. I don't really know, because my profile is not really like that. I don't look terrible in any of my photos. I look like I go to the gym. I look like I'm a good-looking guy who's fit and stuff like that. But for some strange reason, there's a lot of women out there that are attracted to me that are like, you know, more heavyset and such. I don't fucking understand it. Again, I'm not trying to bash anyone. I know it sounds like it. It's just, to me, I just find it as a sense of you're not motivated enough, or it's like, if I try and say something, it's like, what, I'm not going to date you. It's like, if I ever match with a girl that was overweight, it's like, oh, you're not going to date because I'm fat. Well, that's pretty much why. I mean, that's, fucking help yourself, for Christ's sake. I mean, I have a better chance of catching coronavirus than you do at surviving a heart condition or something like that. Like, holy shit. That's just me. So, but although thick girls, I will say, are much different. Like, there's a difference between, I hate when people use the argument, oh, I'm thick. I'm not fat, I'm thick, or whatever, when they're clearly morbidly obese. And I'm sitting here like, whatever you say, girl. That's just the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. Any girl that calls herself thick but is like morbidly obese is like, needs fucking actual help, because that does not make any sense at all. Thick girls are a gem. Whatever they are, they're trying to tell themselves to be, that's a mental disorder in my honest opinion. And the last thing I want to touch on, which probably is one of the most annoying things of all, is the looking for friends argument, or not argument, but the looking for friends profiles. I hate when people go on dating sites like Tinder and shit, where they obviously know what's in store there, and they say, oh, I'm just looking for friends, I'm not really looking for any relationship. Why the fuck are you there then? What the fuck is anyone going to get from talking to you? A friendship? I mean, I've gone on dates with girls that eventually turned into friendships. That doesn't necessarily mean I was looking for them. If I went out with a girl and say, hey, you know, maybe it's not going to work out, but we can still be cool, you know, the vibe is good and all that stuff. Like, I still talk to a couple girls that I've met on dating sites that are like, that we're friends with, and I'm friends with and shit. I'm not actively putting in my profile just looking for friends. I mean, here's the thing. Bumble has a fucking setting for that. I don't know if people use it, because apparently that they're putting it in dating profiles and shit, but like, Bumble has a fucking setting for that. Go on Bumble and use that setting. Don't go on fucking the dating app, because then you're not only wasting my time for reading the fucking profile, you're wasting your time in hopes that anything similar to what you're looking for is going to show up. Because to me, when I'm on a dating site, I'm not looking for friends. I'm looking for someone to date, for Christ's sake. That's the whole point of the fucking thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm old school. Maybe I'm being ridiculous. I don't know. I've said a lot of ridiculous things in this thing, and odds are this video is going to get taken down. So I wouldn't be surprised, because they fucking did try to take down a video of the first online video, which I will preface this now because YouTube is an idiot. I may have said a lot of shit, but I'm not actively attacking anybody. I'm just really just pointing out facts. I mean, no one's name's being mentioned. No one's really being made fun of. I'm just pointing out a culture of an unhealthy culture. I'm pointing out a culture that is probably more unhealthy than the people themselves, and I'm trying to make awareness to the fact that people should not strive to be overweight. That's all I'm going to say about that. So I hope that somehow makes sense, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini-series I did. So if it does get somehow taken down, I will try in some way, shape, or form to maybe have to edit it if I'm forced to. But YouTube, do yourself a favor. Check this out again, or if you're going to attempt to take it down, go back and listen to what I said, because no one's names are actually being targeted. No one's actually being targeted at all. I'm just pointing out some shit that a lot of people need to fucking talk more about, because apparently this fucking world's gone to shit with whatever stuff they're trying to promote. So that's all I'm going to say. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Have a great day, and peace out.